Hello, everybody. Welcome to another weekly market news. Today is Monday, 23rd of November, and stock markets are beginning the new week with another news about the vaccine from AstraZeneca, a British company in cooperation with Oxford University. This obviously helps the sentiment lift up a little bit, but overall, we are still quite cautious because there are restrictions that are coming in place in United States and different states. So let's look at the markets, how they reacted in the last week. You can see a big slump here on Wednesday, which was caused mainly by closure of school in New York, in in the city of New York. So it's another epicenter. It was the epicenter of the pandemic in March. And now the cases are surging again, so this is not a good place for U.S. economy where we are right now. We can look at the coronavirus cases, how they are surging in different states. Different states in United States, the overall numbers are not looking good. You can see on Friday last week we have surpassed 1,200,000 new cases in single day. Obviously, the Monday there are lower numbers because of lower testing rates, but the obvious trend is right now worsening. So we can probably see another restriction as we are speaking. There are another restrictions in California. Mainly, it's going to take place in service sector in the restaurants might be hit the most, and other retail stores. So the cases are surging. Obviously, the restrictions might come up anytime soon. The newer restrictions in other states. So this will be closely monitored. And you can see the tandem here from the vaccine of the coronavirus. Like I said, today there was another new. Last week there was a Moderna. They released a statement or report that showed about 95%, 95% effectiveness. Also, Pfizer updated its effectiveness to about 95%. So those are two very effective vaccines that are right now going to the late stage of trials and might very well get approved till the end of the year. As well, we are looking at Oxford AstraZeneca. Like I said, they reported 70% effectiveness. This is also very good news. So you can see that these companies are coming up with newer and newer. There's more and more companies or biotechnological companies that are coming up with their own vaccine and their effectiveness of their vaccine. And this is obviously a huge lift for the sentiment on stock markets. So you can obviously right now already see some winners and some losers. The winners are probably going to be the stocks that were being hit the most during the pandemic. So British Airways, Ryanair, other airlines. Cruise ship companies. In the other hand, under pressure are companies like Alibaba, Amazon, Zoom, Netflix, and the companies that were probably gaining the most from the pandemic. So this is basically what's happening on the markets. You can see last week was again a bit choppy. We did not really see any big moves. Expect the Wednesday night. It was overall quite calm week for stock markets as we still are hovering. If we look at the daily time frame, close to its record high levels. So another probably pretty similar picture on European stock markets. You can see Euro USD very volatile session. It's still hovering near 119 level, as well as GBP USD, which is surging now thanks to the weakening of US dollar, which weakened to the lowest since in 2 years. So there's a huge pressure on the US dollar as the risk on the markets decrease more and more. So you can see the other basically Forex and currency pairs are following the trend of weakening US dollar, USD CAD, probably a similar picture as USD Japan, Japanese yen. Also last week, Japanese yen surged a little bit thanks to the weakening US dollar. Also, a situation on the crude oil. Obviously, the news about the vaccine and hopes for quicker economical rebound is helping the sentiment on oil, and right now we are testing again a $43 a barrel, which was tested here last week and retreated then. So we are still hovering near multi-week high. So it's a very positive news for oil, and also the outlook is looking quite good when OPEC is scheduled to meet in December and discuss the production cuts that could be extended by 3 to 6 months. So that's what's happening on the commodity markets. Also, we cannot forget about gold, which is still under some kind of a pressure, mainly due to the fact of lowering risks in the economy and in the stock markets. And last but not least, the technological stock index Nasdaq is remaining under some kind of a consolidation pressure, still hovering near multi-year highs, but we are a little bit under pressure because obviously, like I said, the stocks that were gaining most from the pandemic are right now under the pressure. So that is happening on the stock markets and the commodity markets. Like I said, US coronavirus are surging. Other things that might be interesting this week are some of the macroeconomic news. Monday is going to be quite calm. We do not expect any major news on Tuesday. On the other hand, we have consumer confidence in the US. Christine Lagarde is going to have another speech, which could be it for Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have GDP numbers from United States, also durable goods orders, another initial jobless claims, and PCE index, which is closely monitored by Fed in terms of inflation. Some data from house market in United States, and very important, on Wednesday we have FOMC minutes, which also could affect the markets and its volatility. On Thursday, on the other hand, we do not expect any major economic news. And on Friday, we are going to be closing the week on 27th of November. So we are still not expecting any major news from US economy, which is going to be scheduled in the next week. And as you can see, the Friday session also should be quite calm. We only expect some secondary data, nothing really that important. So that will be it for today's market. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, leave it down in the comments under the video, in the comment section under the video on YouTube, and I will see you next week.